Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about two types of Islamic banks contract. What distinguishes Islamic banks from conventional banks lies in the application of the type of savings agreement to be selected. This agreement is called the akad, whereas in conventional banks there is clearly no such option. So don't be surprised when you open an account at an Islamic bank, you will definitely be asked, what type of contract do you want to choose? So don't be confused about that question and don't know which one to choose, the mudorabah contract or the wadiyah contract. Before you get even more confused just to open an account at an Islamic bank, it's good to know in advance what a mudorabah contract and a wadiyah contract are. In short, to be easy to understand, the mudorabah contract is a savings account that is almost similar to a deposit in a conventional bank, while the wadiyah contract is almost the same as the usual type of savings in conventional banks. More specifically, here is an overview of what the mudorabah contract and wadiyah contract are. Akad itself is the basis that distinguishes between Islamic or Sharia and conventional transactions, and the contract is an agreement between the two parties, between the owner and the buyer or who utilize the product. In accordance with its characteristics, the following is the definition of a mudorabah contract, namely, mudorabah is a cooperation agreement between sohibul mal or fund providers or savers or customers and mudorib banks or managers. In this cooperation, the saver or customer provides 100% of the money and the bank will act as manager of the money. If the efforts made as a result of cooperation between the bank and the customer yield results, it will be divided based on the contract. Profit sharing, which is usually calculated from this percentage, is also called the ratio. If what is being carried out turns out to be a loss and is caused by the negligence of the manager or the bank, then the bank must be responsible for the loss. Customers will still get their money back in full, but if the loss is not caused by the fault of the manager, then it is handled by the owner of the capital or customer. In general, mudorabah contracts are divided into two, namely mudorabah mutlaqah. In this contract, the customer gives freedom to the bank in determining the choice of business to be run or not to interfere in determining its business, but the customer is allowed to supervise. Mudorabah muqayyadah. With this contract, the customer provides limits to the manager or the bank regarding the determination of the type of business to be run, how to invest, and also the place. In Islamic banking, what is meant by a wadiyah contract is a pure deposit from the customer to the bank. So a customer who opens a savings account with a wadiyah contract, then the customer entrusts or saves his money to the bank and the funds can be withdrawn at any time by the customer. In this wadiyah contract, there are two terms, namely muwadi, that is the owner of the money or customer, or mustauda, and mustauda, the party who is entrusted to save in our bank. For this type of wadiyah contract, there are variations in development according to market dynamics, namely, first one, wadiyah yad al-amanah. This type of contract is a form of pure custody, wherein the interested party is given the mandate to keep the money. The interested party is not allowed to use the money, so just deposited it. If it's lost or damaged, then the bank or the person entrusted is not responsible. Lost or damaged items are the responsibility of the owner. Second, wadiyah yad ad-domana. This kind of contract is commonly used by banks in general. Namely, the bank may manage the customer's money and the customer can also take the money at any time or whenever they want. And the bank must give it in full. So wadiyah yad Domana is a money safekeeping contract, where the entrusted party may use the money, but if the money is damaged or lost, the party entrusted with it must be responsible or replace it. However, the profit from managing the money is wholly owned by the bank. The customer has no right to benefits of managing the funds. But generally, the bank will give bonuses to its customers voluntarily.